Let's address the elephant in the room. Isekai fans are tired. Same setups, same cheat skills, same lifeless worlds. At some point, it stopped feeling like escapism and started feeling like homework. But here's the truth nobody says out loud. Isekai never died. People just stopped digging. So today, I'm counting down top 10 Isekai anime that are actually good. No autopilot picks, no nostalgia bait, just shows that earn your time. Let's start at number 10. Hell Mode. Yariko Mizuki no Geima wa hai sette no isekai de muso suru. Let me flip the script real quick. What if the protagonist actually suffered? Hell Mode pretends to be a normal power fantasy, then immediately pulls the rug. The MC voluntarily selects the hardest possible difficulty, and the anime commits to that choice with zero mercy. Progress is slow, failure is constant. Early episodes feel heavy, almost exhausting, and that's intentional. You're supposed to feel the grind. Visually, the animation avoids flashy spectacle. Instead, it focuses on physical strain. Stiff movements, labored breathing, awkward combat angles. There's an early training sequence where the soundtrack cuts out entirely, leaving only environmental sounds. No hype music, no victory cues, just raw effort. That silence makes the smallest breakthrough feel monumental. What really elevates this series is mindset. The MC isn't heroic, he's obsessive. The gamer mentality is portrayed as both a strength and a flaw, which gives the story psychological weight most isekai skip. If you want earned power, slow progression, and zero handholding, this is your lane. Number 9. A Gatherer's Adventure in Isekai. This is the anti-adrenaline isekai, and that's exactly why it works. At first glance, an isekai about gathering materials sounds boring. That's the bait. The twist is how deeply the anime commits to atmosphere. The color palette leans warm and natural, soft greens, muted browns, golden sunlight, making every environment feel calm and lived in. The pacing is intentionally unhurried, and that restraint becomes its greatest strength. There's a scene where the MC identifies herbs at sunrise, and the camera just rests. No dramatic zooms, no narration telling you what matters. The soundtrack is minimal. Gentle strings and ambient tones, creating a meditative rhythm that pulls you in. Watching this feels like taking a breath. Character interactions are grounded. Instead of instant worship, people value the MC for practical knowledge. Respect is social, not power-based, which adds realism to the world building. This anime isn't about dominance, it's about presence. If you're burned out on chaos and want cozy immersion and world texture, don't sleep on this. Number 8. Headhunted to Another World, from salaryman to Big Four. Okay, this one is different. Corporate villain isekai goes crazy. Instead of swinging swords, the MC uses negotiation, management, and psychological leverage. The animation reframes demon generals as executives, and the tension comes from boardroom politics instead of battlefield explosions. The animation emphasizes facial expressions, tight smiles, nervous glances, subtle shifts in posture, making conversations feel like combat. There's a standout strategy meeting where the MC dismantles a war proposal using logistics alone. No music, just silence and uncomfortable pauses. The tension is unreal. When the OST finally kicks in, it's low-key jazz and muted percussion, reinforcing the office drama vibe. The demons aren't jokes either. They're terrifying in a controlled, professional way. Power is implied, not flaunted, which makes every interaction feel dangerous. This anime hits especially hard if you've ever worked a soul-sucking job and dreamed of outplaying the system. If you love strategy, manipulation, and intellect-driven victories, this is absolute fire. Number 7. Zenshu. This isekai doesn't explain itself, it challenges you. This isekai leans heavily on psychological identity, and the art style reflects that. Clean lines represent control, while rough, sketch-like animation takes over during emotional collapse. The visual instability mirrors the MC's fractured sense of self, making the experience deeply immersive. There's a nearly dialogue-free episode where sound design does all the work. Footsteps echo unnaturally, wind drowns out thought. The OST uses unresolved strings that never quite settle, keeping you in a constant state of unease. It's uncomfortable, on purpose. The twist isn't power or destiny, it's erosion. The longer the MC exists in this world, the more they lose themselves. Victory feels hollow, progress feels suspicious. Zenshu isn't here to entertain you, it's here to unsettle you. If you enjoy art house anime, psychological pressure, and stories that trust your intelligence, this is mandatory viewing. Number 6. Onmyo Kaiten Rebirth Verse. This isekai ditches RPG logic and replaces it with ritual-based power systems. The world operates on spiritual balance, curses, and onmyoji rules, which instantly sets it apart. Combat isn't about stats, it's about preparation, positioning, and symbolic logic. The animation during talisman fights is stunning, using glowing ink-like effects that feel almost hand-painted. There's a moment where the MC rewrites a ritual mid-cast, and the soundtrack shifts from traditional instruments to modern percussion in real time. That audio transition alone sells the stakes. Character trust is earned slowly, betrayals don't come from nowhere, and alliances feel fragile. The show respects viewer attention and avoids over-explaining, letting visual storytelling do the heavy lifting. If swords and fireballs feel stale, this anime is refreshing. For fans of mythology, symbolism, and high-concept magic systems, this is a sleeper hit. Number 5. Roll Over and Die. I will fight for an ordinary life with my love and cursed sword. This anime is emotionally brutal, no warning, no safety net. The world actively despises the protagonist, and the art style reflects that hostility. Colors are muted, shadows dominate frames, and combat feels desperate instead of flashy. Movement is heavy, injuries linger, wins feel temporary. The cursed sword isn't just a weapon, it's a presence. Its whispers blend into the OST, making it hard to tell where sound design ends and dialogue begins. That layering sound creates constant tension. The relationship at the core of the story is fragile, tender, and constantly threatened. Quiet moments are shot close and intimate, making loss feel personal. This isn't escapism, it's survival horror with emotional depth. If you want dark fantasy that actually hurts and lingers, do not skip this. Number 4. The Red Ranger becomes an adventurer in another world. This is pure fun, but intelligently crafted fun. The animation fuses tokusatsu's superhero logic with fantasy mechanics, and the animation fully embraces exaggerated poses, bold color pops, and dramatic framing. Every transformation feels intentionally over the top. The comedy lands because the show understands both genres deeply. Hero tropes clash with fantasy logic in ways that create genuine narrative humor. The OST leans heavily into heroic brass at the most unnecessary moments, and that contrast is the joke. But it's not just parody. Combat choreography is clean, pacing is sharp, and character motivation stays consistent. If you want high-energy action, laughs, and genre-savvy storytelling, this is a blast. Number 3. Dad is a hero, Mom is a spirit, I'm a reincarnator. This anime sneaks emotional damage past your defenses. The animation is soft and storybook-like, using warm lighting and gentle color gradients. Family moments feel safe, until the world reminds you it's dangerous. The contrast hits hard. The twist is perspective. The MC isn't special because of power, they're special because of proximity. Growing up surrounded by legends creates pressure, insecurity, and quiet admiration. The OST uses piano and strings sparingly, letting silence carry emotional beats. When conflict hits, it feels personal, not epic. If you like family-driven stories and emotional world-building, this will hit home. Number 2. The Dark History of the Reincarnated Villainess. This anime weaponizes self-awareness. The MC knows every trope and actively tries to dodge them. The animation exaggerates romance cliches with dramatic lighting and sweeping camera moves, only to undercut them seconds later. It's funny, until it's not. Consequences arrive and the tone shifts. Comedy fades, stakes rise.
The OST tightens, and suddenly the meta jokes turn into survival instincts. This anime understands parody and narrative weight. If you enjoy meta storytelling that still respects emotional stakes, lock in. Honorable mentions. Quick shout out to experimental isekai shorts, manga adaptations still cooking, and light novels begging for anime glow-ups. If you know, you know. Now, number 1. I'm the Eevee Lord of an intergalactic empire. This is peak aura farming. Sci-fi isekai, villain protagonist, zero remorse. The animation is clean, cold, and confident. Space battles feel massive without overstimulation, and the OST leans militaristic with subtle menace. The twist is, every selfish decision accidentally improves the empire, and it drives the MC insane. Comedy is sharp, pacing is ruthless, and